Hello and welcome to another video episode of my podcast. My name is Cheryl and this is Cappuccino Crafts, my little channel on YouTube and my corner of the general interwebs where I like to talk about knitting and crochet and books and TV and movies and other life and general chatty things that I want to share with you. Thank you so much for choosing to watch this video and spend a little bit of your time with me. I really hope that you enjoy it. Please settle in, get yourself a delicious beverage, and let's have a lovely visit together. Yeah, so today is Monday, the 14th of June, and wow, I can't believe we're already halfway through this month, and I don't know, where does the time go? I've been doing some more things outside the house now that I'm fully vaccinated, so that's good. Kind of getting into the swing of new routines. Yeah, I feel like kind of emerging from a cocoon. I'm sure a lot of people are feeling similar. Yeah, but it's good. Yeah, and I've got a couple social things planned coming up this week, and I think it's going to be really fun. One of the things is that I am going on a little road trip with a friend to a yarn shop, and we're gonna look at pretty yarn and browse and have a great time, and we are going to have lunch. So that I'm really looking forward to that. And yeah. So I hope that you are doing well, and if you're crafting, I hope that you are really enjoying your projects and they're turning out the way that you want them to. I have not done even one stitch of knitting or crochet this week. Yeah, but reading is gangbusters. So let's talk about all the reading. And this bumper week of reading is sponsored by all of the library holds that I have been waiting for that are coming in at the same time. Yay for library, but also, wow, it's a lot. And I'm not a super speed reader, so I had to put a couple of anticipated holds. Like, you can delay it. Like, you don't go to the end of the wait line, but you let the person after you have it, or a couple people that in the list after you have it, and then it'll come back to you after a little bit of time. So I have had to do that because I can't read every book all in a month. But I started 3 books. I started Sweet Hand, which is the first book in a romance series called Island Bites, is the series name, and it is set on the island of Trinidad. And the author is N.G. Peltier. So, yeah, it's food focused. The main female character is a baker, a kind of high profile baking caterer that does a lot of celebrity events on the island. And so that's really fun. I like hearing about all the baking and food stuff. It sounds so delicious. And they also talk about some of the other Trinidadian food that they're eating. So I enjoy that. I like food content in my novels. Yeah, I do. It's fun. And it makes me hungry. So, yeah. And in this novel, so that's the main heroine, and her love interest is a music producer who is a minor celebrity on the island as well. And they run in the same group of friends since they were young. They grew up in the same group of school friends, but these two never got along. They were like, you stay over there. I tolerate you because our friends are mutual friends, but so they've always had they've never gotten along. They always go back and forth, back and forth. So obviously this is a little bit of an enemies to lovers trope. Although they're not like hardcore enemies, they're just like personality clash. And but they end up being forced to work together closely because of a wedding. She is doing all the dessert for the wedding, especially the big wedding cake. And she's also the maid of honor. It's her sister's wedding. So she's the maid of honor. This guy is the best man, and the couple has decided to throw a joint bachelor/bachelorette party and just have everyone celebrate together, just because that's what they want. They want everybody to celebrate together, and they're all about community and togetherness, and they want all of their friends to just have a big celebration together. So they have to plan this party, and then they have to also, participate in the wedding planning and wedding events. And but that joint bachelorette party is their biggest project that they have to do together and work on. So it's kind of forced proximity. They have to try and find a way to get along, and then they find that maybe you're not so bad after all. Yeah, so it's fun. I like the friends. This group of friends they're a lot of fun, and they're funny. A lot of personality in all of the characters, and yeah, it's good fun. And I started A Master of Gin, which is in the Dead Gin series, and it's called, it's numbered number 1 because it is the first full-length novel, but there's like a 0.5 and a 0.75, a short story and a novella that were published first in the lead up to this full-length novel. So yeah, and this is so exciting. I'm like approaching 80% of the way through, and oh wow, it is just chaos in Cairo. This is set in alternative history Cairo in about like 1915-ish, give or take a little bit, where there are the veil between the just straight up human world and reality and the magical realm of the jinn and the ifrit and other like creatures and magic has been pierced, and all of the magic has come into the world. And in Cairo, it's mostly jinn and ifrit, and there are beings, they're called angels, but they're not really angels, but nobody really knows what they are, so they call themselves angels. And yeah, and there is a ministry of basically magical crime, and there are, the main characters are the agents who are solving magical crimes and trying to prevent the chaos. But chaos has fully broken loose. This is so tense and so much action, and it is and I love the character development. The characters from when we met them in the short story and the novella, they're continuing to develop now even more in this full-length novel. So I really like how the world and the characters and everything are developing. And right now, at 80% into this novel, things are kind of all topsy-turvy and chaos, and it's like, wow, what is gonna happen? There's been a couple of twists. I wasn't super surprised. I kind of had suspicions, but there's been some kind of reveals that I did not expect about who is really behind this. It keeps going deeper. And I'm like, wow. I'm enjoying it so much. And the author of this series is P. Jelly Clark. I also just today, while I was having my tea and making my tea and enjoying my tea, I was listening to Hostage to Pleasure, which is the Psy Changeling series, book 5, by Nalini Singh. And this series is it's a sci-fi / paranormal-ish future with 3 different kind of humanoid branches. Humans, and then Psi, who are humans with psychic powers, and then also Changeling, who are humans who can shapeshift into an animal form, and there are different kinds of animal changelings, and mostly in this series we are dealing with a pack of wolf changelings and a pack of leopard changelings. And so, yeah, and it is a romance series, so every novel in the series has a couple who are having their romance journey coming together and forming their partnership. But also there are a lot of world building and politics and mystery thriller subplots. There's usually murder and different kinds of threats to solve, and there's a lot of complicated politics and things going on in an overarching story in the world. So every novel also moves that larger story forward. And so I'm not far into this at all yet, but I'm glad to have it started, and it is closely related to book number 4. So the stories really follow each other directly. So it is good to read them like without a long break in between. And I am still continuing, and in the last quarter of The Dearly Beloved by Kara Wall, which is a literary fiction / general fiction novel with themes of faith and empathy and the role of church, I guess, or the role of faith. And there's a set of 4 main characters, 2 pastors who are co-pastors in the same church, and then those pastors' wives. So they are the 4 main characters, and it looks a lot at their character development and their personal faiths, or their challenges and struggles to find faith, and also how the pastors work together in this church, and what church means to them, and what is. So I'm really enjoying that. I'm really enjoying the exploration of those themes, and I really like the characters. They are very well done. The characters are the focus. There's not a ton of plot. This is really about the characters' journeys and the characters' relationships together, and it covers decades and decades. So I'm really, really enjoying it. Things have changed a lot in my personal journey, so it's good to see characters who are experiencing similar things, and I really I like how it's describing the experience of that wrestling and the experience of finding faith and how faith works in a person. So I'm really happy I'm reading this book right now. I think it was just the right time for me, and it's really well written. Yeah. I did enjoy tea today. I gave it a quick mention earlier, but the tea that I had today is the first time I tried a new tea that I found at the store. It is chamomile, vanilla, and Manuka honey tea by Pukka. And I really liked it. I really liked it. So yeah, and it was very warm, and today is really cold and wet. Yeah, the last couple days have been really like cold and rainy and gray. So really lovely warm tea was exactly what I wanted this afternoon, and I enjoyed it very much. So I think we've come to the end. I wonder what you're reading, and if you're crafting, what you might be crafting. I hope that if you want to chat about any of those things, you will put a comment down below the video, and we can chat about all the books and all the crafts that you're doing, and other things that you might want to chat about, or any questions you might want to ask me. Please feel welcome to leave a comment under the video, because I enjoy chatting with people there. And I hope that wherever you are, you and your family and all of your loved ones are well and safe. And yeah, I hope that it's a good week for you up ahead, and talk to you next time. Bye bye.